How's it going, everybody? My name is Zach. Welcome back to the Ball Up Top channel. Today we're going to be doing one word / phrase for every NBA team so far. Let's get right into it. For the Philadelphia 76ers, I went with accountability / sustainability. Joel Embiid needs to be a better leader. This team lives and dies by Joel's offense and defense. If he's coming to games with the sour attitude, the rest of your squad's going to have that same attitude. Tyrese Maxey's been busting his ass, but Joel needs to be a better leader. And oh my God, have y'all seen Jared McCain? He's most definitely going to win Rookie of the Year at this rate. And unfortunately, at times, he has been the best player on the court for the 76ers, just because their star in Joel Embiid is never available. Dyson Daniels has taken this team's defense to the next level. The only time Trae Young's defense has been outside the bottom 10 in the league, they made the Eastern Conference Finals. Dyson Daniels has been leading the league in deflections and steals. If he can up his offense, this team could be a real threat. Quickly, if I told you to guess what is the second highest plus-minus of any two-man combo in the NBA, would you guess Jrue Holiday and Al Horford? Because you'd be correct. Should all go right for the Boston Celtics, they could be on a path to a repeat championship. Jason Tatum's been playing like an MVP this far, and Jaylen Brown's looking to keep up his solid production from last year. Should Porzingis return and give them solid production, it's very plausible that they make their way to a back-to-back championship. They need to start building up this young core while they still have time and money. A few free agency moves and deadline moves could potentially have this team right back in the hunt for a playoff spot in the weakened Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is very depleted right now, and Charlotte has the pieces. A great tandem of amazing role players with experience, and a star duo of LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. But a lack of effort down the stretch has cost them a few games. Rumors that the Bulls were going to blow it up have been going rampant this summer. Zach LaVine and Nick Vucevic have accelerated their games in spite of this, and could be valuable assets to any titled contender. I believe it's in Chicago's best interest to ship off LaVine and Vucevic to free up space for some of the younger guys on the team. The Cleveland Cavaliers are off to a thundering 17-1 start. Statistically, Darius Garland is outperforming guys like Luka Doncic, and the incredible depth of this team seems to be the missing piece. Ty Jerome has looked hyper-efficient as a spark plug off the bench. The head of the horse in Dallas, Luka Doncic, seems to still be dealing with some lingering issues. But Klay has been great, and Gafford and Lively have improved their perimeter defense. If they can remain treading water under Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson, they can make a significant run in the later half of the season. This team relies on Nikola Jokic, and he seems pretty reliable so far in his career. Christian Braun has improved his jump shooting, essentially replacing KCP, and Peyton Watson has been doing a great job filling in the role that Aaron Gordon played. After kicking out Monty Williams last year, the team looks in great shape under new coach J.B. Bickerstaff. With Ausar Thompson likely to return soon, the team is hopeful to get above 500 in the weakened Eastern Conference. They're 2-0 in group play of the NBA Cup, and it has me hopeful. So long as Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr are all part of the same organization, you have a chance to make the playoffs. Add that in with arguably the best 13-man roster in the whole league, and the Warriors are poised to make a deep playoff run this year. With Steph Curry going down to injury, my microscope is pointed at backup point guard Lindsey Walters and Brandon Podziemski. The writing's on the wall for the Houston Rockets. They have all the pieces and a great coaching staff. But unfortunately, the West is only getting more stacked, and they're just a few pieces away. I have faith in this organization to make the right moves down the stretch to put themselves in a good position. The Indiana Pacers' Tyrese Halliburton seems to still be dealing with some lingering issues. It seems their high-paced offense from last season has faded away, and at times it can seem like Benedict Mathurin's ISO game is somewhat out of place in this offense. I'd like to see them move on from him and potentially add to their high-paced offense. We may have already seen Kawhi Leonard's final game in the NBA, and unfortunately, I just don't have enough faith in James Harden, Norman Powell, and Ivica Zubac to tear through a already stacked Western Conference. If they're lucky, maybe they can sneak into the play-in tournament. Derrick Jones Jr. has been a great addition, but it's simply not enough. It looks like Coach J.J. Redick has been a major success for the Lakers. Transition defense and rebounding from anybody without the last name Davis have still been an issue, as well as having not enough room for D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Austin Reeves. Come trade deadline, I'd expect one of the three to be moved. Scottie Pippen Jr. has started the season with the vendetta against the rest of the league. This team has been together for quite some time, has much playoff experience, and the combination of Scottie Pippen Jr. and Zach Edey could be enough to get them over that hump. Not much has changed for the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero has drastically improved his mid-range game. Jimmy Butler seems to have made it a key point this offseason to improve his transition three-point ability, while Eric Spoelstra has thrown a number of different defensive looks at other teams. This coaching staff is straight nightmare fuel. Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. In spite of that, Giannis, Dame, and Brook Lopez have all elevated their games. This allows for A.J. Green and Gary Trent to be flamethrowers. A.J. Green shooting nearly 50% on his three-point attempts. This team just needs to get on the same page and work out some growing pains. Guys like Mike Conley and Joe Ingles in the locker room give me faith. As well as Ant elevating his three-point game, there's hope for this team yet. It seems like every year there's just that one team that is riddled with injuries. And unfortunately for the Pelicans, everyone not named Ingram pretty much has been sidelined at one point or another. Trey Murphy has elevated his game. This would lead me to like them to trade CJ McCollum near the deadline to maybe help with their rebounding issues. Tom Thibodeau has his starters playing 40 minutes a game already. Injuries will catch up to this team if they're not careful. If this team could make a solid move at the deadline to get just one or two bench pieces, they could be a real contender. Alex Caruso has not looked like himself so far in Oklahoma City, and with Chet Holmgren going down, they are very thin at the 5 position. They lack a bit of depth, but I still have faith that this team will make a deep playoff run. Franz Wagner got a 5-year, $224 million contract, and KCP got a 3-year, $666 million contract. Are they worth it, though? DeAndre DePaulo certainly doesn't help, but this team has got to make some noise now. The Eastern Conference is depleted, and they have a strong squad. One of my favorite signings of this offseason was Tyus Jones to the Phoenix Suns. In wake of KD's injury, they've gone on a 6-game skid. I'd like to see this team move on from guys like Royce O'Neal or Josh Okogie to free up playing time for guys like Ryan Dunn. The heart and soul was ripped out of this franchise when Damian Lillard left. The key could be moving on from Jeremy Grant and potentially keeping DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton has been a solid double-double guy and looks committed to the city. Moving on from Jeremy Grant and potentially even Anthony Simons could be the only way forward. The Sacramento Kings have started off the season looking electric. De'Aaron Fox has truly taken off. He has nearly 200 points in just 5 games, with 109 of them split between just 2. DeMar DeRozan has looked like a great game closer for the Sacramento Kings, and Keon Ellis has finally found his role in this team. They look solid in an even more stacked Western Conference than last year. Of course, as long as you've got Victor Wembanyama, you're going to be playing hopeful. Julian Champagne has improved his driving ability, filling a pseudo-Aaron Gordon-type role for the Spurs. But I think an overall lack of depth is what's going to keep this team back. In the absence of Scotty Barnes, Grady Dick has truly elevated his scoring. This is an excellent coaching staff and a phenomenal organization as a whole. I believe they are in good hands and could be just a few pieces away from making a good run in a depleted Eastern Conference. Lauri Markkanen's the only thing selling tickets for this team, and Jordan Clarkson's not getting any younger. they want to make any noise in a strengthening Western Conference, they need to have a good draft and a better summer. The chemistry between Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma seems to have advanced, while Bilal Coulibaly and Corey Kispert are playing key roles off the bench. Acquiring glass cleaner Jonas Valanciunas was a great move. However, lack of effort down the stretch still keeps this team hindered. Thank you guys for watching. That was one phrase / one word for every NBA team so far. Until next time.